All right. Shalom, Yasharala. Back at it again with another Lord with an edifying video through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Chakudash. Before we go any further, I want to give all honor and glory and praises to our Heavenly Father and to His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Chakudash. And next up, double honors to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone who still go out there to the highways and byways and feed us with the 100% truth according to the Bible and rule well. And Shalom, Labakarium, Wabarakim, Shoyashirala, which is peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Coming back at you, Akim, with another video through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Shem Yahushua, Shem Chakwadash. And the name of this lesson is going to be called The Men of the Lord Will Always Falsely Accuse, man. Throughout the scriptures, man, the men of the Lord were always are falsely accused, man. And of course it was all orchestrated by Yahweh Shemel Shai, that such false accusations come up to this to our people, man. These so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the Israelite foreigners, according to the City of Fathers, right? So now we're gonna go to the book. We're gonna get a precept, and we're gonna read some definitions. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 39, verse 1. This is one example that I love to bring out all the time. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian, bought him of the hands of the Ishmaelites, which had brought him down thither. Skipping down to verse 7. And it came to pass after these things that, as a matter of fact, let's see. Matter of fact, I'll keep reading down. Verse 2. And Yahweh was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man, and he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And his master saw that Yahweh was with him, and that Yahweh made all that he did to prosper in his hand. And Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and he made him overseer of his house, and all that he had he put in his hand. And it came to pass, from the time that he had made him overseer of his house, and over all that he had, that Yahweh blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake, and the blessing of Yahweh was upon all that he had in the house and in the field. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not all he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and was well favored. Now this is the point, verse 7. Well, not the point, but let's get into the story. Verse 7, and it came to pass after these things that the master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, lie with me, which means to have sex with me, But he refused, and he said unto his master's wife, behold, my master wotteth not what is with me in the house. And he have committed all that he have into my hand. There is none greater than this house than I, neither have he kept back anything from me, but thee, because thou art his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against Yahweh by Shemel Shai? Yeah, so Joseph knew that, having sex with another man's wife, was wrong, man. That was a great wickedness, man. Although the laws, statutes, and commandments wasn't physically written yet, it was in orally, man. It was spiritually, man. It was spiritually inside us, you know. We had what they call common sense today, Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, verse 10. And it came to pass as she spake to Joseph day by day, that he hearkened not unto her to lie by her, nor to be with her. And it came to pass about this time that Joseph went into the house to do his business. And there was none of the men of the house there within. And she caught him by his garment, saying, Lie with me. And he left his garment in her hand and fled and got him out. Right. So he bulked out, man. He was it what's that Benjamite called? I believe he's a Benjamite. Manute Bolt. You know what I'm saying? The fastest runner, track runner in the world. You know, that's what he did to her, man. He got up out of there, you know. Because she was being crafty, you know. But you know how that street phrase go. He was at the wrong place at the wrong time. You see what I'm saying? But this was all orchestrated by the Lord because the Lord, the scriptures before it said, and Yahweh blessed that house. You know what I'm saying, and blessed everything that they had for Joseph's sake, right? Verse 13. And it came to pass when she saw that he had left his garment in her hand and was fled forth, that she called unto the men of her house and spake unto them, saying, See, he have brought an Hebrew unto us to mock us. He came in unto me to lie with me, and I cried with a loud voice. And it came to pass, when he heard that I lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me and fled and got him out. See, and she made a false accusation against Joseph, man. You know, because hey, listen, man. Like that scripture says, how it go? It says, uh, pretty much like the women's mind is like hearts and snares. Hey, that's true, man. This is an account right here. Because she was playing the whore because she wanted to lie with him, but the demon jumped on her. You know what I'm saying, and was just like, man, listen, yo, he lay with me. I cried out. He ran. So pretty much trying to say that Joseph raped her. Or was about to rape her, so to speak, or have sex with her. Let's see. And she laid up his garment by her until his Lord came home. And she spake according to him to these words, saying, The Hebrew servant which thou hast brought unto us came in unto me to mock me. And it came to pass, as I lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me and fled out. Exactly. See, she was making false accusations against Joseph, man. As a matter of fact, let's see what happened. Verse 19. And it came to pass, when his master heard the words of his wife, which she spake unto him, saying, After this manner did thy servant to me, that his wrath was kindled. And Joseph's master took him and put him into the prison, a place where the king's prisoners was bound, and he was there in the prison. Exactly. See, because of the false accusation that she made against him, he was he got put in the prison, man. He got he got bound up over something that he didn't do. So he was falsely or wrongly accused of doing something that's untrue. Just like the definition says, a person who is accused of rape, of which is proven to be untrue, with the motivation to deceive, man. So she deceived the master's servant, and then she deceived her husband, man. You know, by saying that Joseph lay with her, man. Well, it was completely the opposite. It was completely opposite. You know, but now we're gonna go get some precepts. As a matter of fact, hold on. Matter of fact, let's get this definition. This is from Legal Dictionary. False accusation. The term false accusation refers to an accusation of wrongdoing that is false or untrue. An example of false accusation would be for a woman to accuse a man of raping her when he did nothing of the sort. Didn't we just read that in the scripture? In that account with Joseph and was it Potiphar's wife? How she said that he raped her, or wanted to lie with her, but he didn't do it. It was untrue. Telling a false accusation is a crime punishable with jail time, particularly if the person lies to the police or while under oath. To explore this concept, consider the following false accusation examples. You know, let's see. What is the false accusation meaning? A false accusation is an accusation someone makes about another person that is not true. An example of false accusation is a woman accusing her husband of beating her when he in fact did not. A person can have a multitude of reasons for making an untrue false accusation. A certain cases, a parent may make such a claim about the other parent in an attempt to keep their children away. So this is what I'm going into the counts here. I'm going into different accounts of false accusations in this lesson. And it's going to be the same thing in these times. They're going to make false accusations against us, just like they did in the beginning of last year, and they did during what was it, November, about the shootings in New Jersey. They're going to make false accusations, man. you know this is the book of Matthew 5 and 11. This is Lawyer Howard Shah speaking, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Exactly. So blessed are us, Lord's who would be those men that's going to get false false accused of doing something that we didn't do. You know, our intentions are not to do the crime that they say that we did. We're just going out there on the highways and hedges, doing these YouTube lessons and pushing out this word, pushing out this truth, you know, and being wise as serpents, as harmless as doves, man. That's what we're doing. Let me read this one more time. This is the book of Matthew 5 and 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you, which pretty much means to hate you or have a strong dislike for you, right? And persecute you, because persecution is coming. They're going to persecute the men of the Lord, some of the men of the Lord, right? And bound them up. It's such to say, they're going to bound up some of the men of the Lord, but they're going to persecute the Hebrew Israelites on a whole, right? No matter what camp you're from, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. They're going to come up with false accusations against us, man. How this going to play out? Well, we think they're gonna do they're gonna do something major. They're gonna do like a false bombing. They're gonna do like a false massacre. They're gonna do something big, and they're gonna blame it on us. They're gonna say that the how should I say the intentions of the person or particular group who did this horrific crime was inspired by the Hebrew Israelites, and that's when they're gonna come shut us down, and that's when that famine of words is gonna come. You know. So now let's get into more examples. Let's see here. This is the book of let's see here. This is the book of Matthew 26. Let's see, and 57. And they that had laid hold upon Yahushua led him away to Caiaphas, the high priest, where the scribes and the elders were assembled. But Peter followed them afar off unto the high priest's palace, and went in and sat with the servants to see the end. Now the high priests and elders and all the council sought false witness against Yahushua to put him to death. Exactly, man. This was our people, man. So our people going to sell us out, man. Our own people, just like they did Lord Yahushua. The scriptures just said that they was gonna they've made false accusations against him to put him to death, man. Verse 60, but found none, yea, though many false witnesses came, yet they found none. It's like yet found they none. At the last came two false witnesses, and said, this fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of the Most High, and to build it in the 3 days. And the high priest arose and said unto him, answerest thou nothing? What is it which these witnesses against thee? But Yahushua held his peace, and the high priest answered and said unto him, I adjure thee by the living power, that thou tell us whether thou be the Messiah or the Son of the Most High. I mean, it's like whether that be the son of that it be the Messiah, the son of Yahweh. Exactly, man. So there was it was a plot. You know what I'm saying? Just like any false accusations are plots. Polyphar's wife against Joseph, that was a plot. the Yahushua, who the world really calls Jesus Christ, being falsely accused. That was a plot. You know, it has to be thought of in order for you, or in order for the false accusation to work. You know, ultimately, Yahweh Shem Yahushua has to be working with them. You know, because the Lord, the deceive and the deceiver of the Lords, man. You know, so that was about it on that. You know, like I said, I just want to hit the points of the scriptures. Um, this is the book of Acts, chapter 6. Let's see, verse 8. Um, yeah, this is the book of Acts 6, verse 8. And Stephen, full of faith and power, did great wonders and miracles among the people. And there arose certain of the synagogue, which is called the synagogue of the, what's that, Libertines, and Syrians and the Alexandrians, and of them of Sicilia and of Asia, disputing with Stephen. And they were not able to resist the wisdom and the spirit which by he spake. Right, because it was the truth, man. You know, you can't come against this truth, man, because this truth that we have is from Yahweh Shem Shah, man. It's not of this world. You know, it's from the heavenly realm. You know, the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the Bible that we have is not how should I say, it's not from educational establishment like these theologian schools, man. It's not from there. It's from Yahweh Shem Shah, from the spirit world, you know, so to speak. Let's see, verse 11. And when they suborned men, when they suborned men, which said, we have heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and against the Most High. And they stirred up the people and the elders and the scribes, and they came upon him and saw him and brought him to the council and set up false witnesses, which said, this man ceaseth not to speak blasphemous words against the holy, against this holy place and the law. For we have heard him say that this Yahushua of Nazareth shall destroy this place and shall change the customs of Moses, shall change the customs which Moses delivered us. Exactly. See, and false witnesses arose against the prophet Stephen, man, or against Stephen, man. You know, and this is gonna happen to the men of the Lord, man. You know, let me see. Yeah, you know, it's false accusations are going to happen to the men of the Lord. You know, they're going to get we're going to get falsely accused of something that we didn't do. You know, this is the whole plot. Ultimately, it's from Yahweh Shem Shai, but this is Esau Edom, man. Esau Edom, starting off with the elites, are gonna should I say, which the elites are gonna plan out and say and do. You know, they're gonna make false accusations against the men of the Lord. You know, which the men of the Lord amongst the Hebrew Israelites are the apostles, starting off with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and camps that are affiliated with Great Millstone, man, who teach the same doctrine. You know, but all Hebrew Israelite groups are going to get persecuted, man. You know, but only few is going to be able to endure to the end. So now we're going to go to the book of First Peter. First Peter, let's see, chapter 3, verse, let's see, 16. Having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you as of evildoers, they may be ashamed that falsely accuse your good conversation in Yahweh Shai. And that word conversation is conduct. So they're going to be ashamed and they're going to falsely accuse your good conduct in Yahweh Shai. They're going to be persecuting us for pretty much just teaching out of the Bible, man. You know, that's it. You know, and I guess that's how we know that we're the real men of the Lord, because these churches can preach the Bible, or they can preach the their so-called religion and whatnot, and nothing will happen to them governmentally, right? But as soon as the men of the Lord, starting off with their apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, go out there week in and week out, day in and day out, and bring out the scriptures, all of a sudden it's a crime now. They're about to make their move. They're gonna make false accusations against us, man. That's and that happened before in the past, as I read, and it's gonna happen in the future. It's gonna happen in these times, man, that we're living in. As a matter of fact, let me get that. Let me go to the book of Revelation, the second chapter. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, which the word behold means to look. The devil shall cast some of you into prison. Who is the devil? The devil comes from the Latin word diablos, which means the deceiver. Who is the one that's deceiving the whole world, man, under their philosophies, man, their democracies, their doctrines? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, because they're the wicked, and the wicked is ruling the earth, right? So they're gonna cast some. They're gonna cast some of the men of the Lord into prison, you know, just like they did Stephen, just like they did Joseph, just like they did lawyer Howard Shai. They bound him up, brought him to council, brought him to prison. You know, some of us are gonna have to go into prison, man. That you may be tried. The word tried meaning tested or tempted. The Lord's gonna try some of the men of the Lord to see what we're really about, man. Are we really for the Lord, or are we gonna fold? We're gonna break, you know. And it reads that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, which that 10 days represents a period of time, right? You're gonna catch hell for a certain amount of time that Yahweh Shema Shah is gonna put on you for a certain amount of time. But be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Exactly. We got to be faithful unto death, man. That we may be able to receive a crown of life. Be the first fruits of the kingdom. Be the first fruits in those chariots, man. Be the first fruits to own the elites of the other nations. Starting off with Esau, Edom, man. Be the elect of the nation of Israel, man, because you're going to have some of the elect is going to get put in prison and be put to death, man. Be put under the guillotine, be shot in the head. You know what I'm saying? For the name of Yahweh Shemi Shah, man. For the false accusations that they're gonna say that we're terrorists, that we're responsible for all the horrific things or horrific events. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna go on. The bombings, the shootings, the anything, man. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. We're going to be falsely accused, but we know it was prophesied in the scriptures. We got the scriptures. We got plenty of example in the scriptures that it happened in the past. Is going to happen in the future. The servant is not greater than his master, man. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they bound Yahweh Shai up, they put Yahweh Shai in prison and made false accusations against Lord Yahweh Shai, how much more than the men of the Lord, man? And I just read one of the men of the Lord, Stephen, it was made was falsely accused, So they abounded the apostles in prison for teaching the truth, what I'm saying, about teaching Lord Yahweh Shai, the apostle Paul was put in prison, so it's going to happen again, But hey, with that, Lord, when this video is edifying, this is kind of a pretty long lesson for me through the Spirit. But hey, that's how the Spirit be sometimes. So hey, with that, Lord, when this video is edifying. Oh, and one more account in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Even though wasn't the man of the Lord, but Susanna. Susanna was falsely accused of committing adultery on her husband. But the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, delivered her. Yahweh Shema Shah delivered Joseph. Yahweh delivered Lord Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shema Shah delivered the apostles. So the Yahweh Shema Shah is going to deliver the men of the Lord in these times, man. And those who believe in the truth. You know, the men, women, and children that believe in this truth, man, Yahweh Shema Shah is going to protect them. You know? So, hey, with that, I want to say, call Loyal Wakabayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Chakadash. Next up, the honors to our apostles and the elders of the great millstone. And Shalom, La Wakayim, Wa Barakim, Shal Yashalala, which is peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Until next time, I say, Shalom.